Now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go! Listen.
Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the black box. Black box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Nightwood and that Puzzle. Big shout out to my SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. We got 1090 Jake getting that Woody and Ceddy by way of Byron Blake on the menu. I guess 1090 Jake, he on their head for being buddies with Ceddy Nash on Ceddy Nash head for being buddy with Woody the Rat. They really just a pack of goofies, all three of them. Oh my mama. With no further ado, let's see what 1090 Jake says Ceddy Nash and Woody have been up to.
Now, on the earlier episode of 1090 Jake Exposed, I talked to y'all about the Ceddy Nash agenda. How 1090 Jake was aware of Ceddy Nash's paperwork and his situation, yet he chose not to expose it. In my opinion, that was because Jake saw that he could use Ceddy Nash. Almost every time Jake exposed somebody or prepared to expose somebody, Ceddy Nash would be a part of the rollout, whether it was announcing that some paperwork was on the way or reposting whatever it was that Jake had posted that, you know, gave us the impression that paperwork was on the way, or actually covering the situation after Jake. Jake would post something talking about somebody. Ceddy Nash would come back, give his take on it, but still direct traffic to 1090 Jake and his channel. Ceddy would even go so far as to refuse to cover 1090 Jake's grievance paperwork or any of the other paperwork that had surfaced, stating that that was a jail issue and he never been to prison, so he can't talk about it. Of course, that's not what we're here for today. That's just a recap. Today, we gonna talk about how, even though Ceddy went through all those hoops for 1090 Jake, as soon as Jake saw the opportunity to flex on Ceddy, so to speak, he did so with no problem and made sure that everybody know that he and Ceddy are nothing alike when it comes to standing on business about snitching and snitches. Let's take a look at this clip so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
He got bust down watches, taking pictures with mad money. He's not hiding at all. He's outside. No jumper and all of them just went over there. Adam brought some Crips with him, and they're right up next to him.
Now, from the stuff that he said about no jumper and Crips and all of that, it's obvious that 1090 Jake was sneak dissing Brick Baby right here. But that's not enough. Let's listen to this other part. Because based on this, it was pretty clear to me that he was dissing Ceddy Nash.
It's crazy to see. That's why I said I don't want to do any of the snitching videos anymore, because it doesn't matter. And you got people that are really sympathizing with dude because he's on stand saying this and that. I don't know. I don't recall. I just blamed everything on Thug. They're like, oh, he's not snitching. He's not snitching. But the whole fucking reason they're in this situation is because of all the snitching he was doing throughout the years. Oh, he did this. He did that. They ordered this. They killed him. All of this stems from Woody. Thug wouldn't be in this situation.
Now, as I said, it was obvious that Jake was sneak dissing Ceddy, even though Ceddy had refused to speak on his paperwork and was actually shouting him out in some cases. But, you know, we gotta acknowledge the fact that Ceddy is the one who called Woody a rat. So after calling somebody a rat and then, you know, putting this paperwork out in this video and popping up doing something like this.
He making a muscle, but they ain't got no yo-yos. But anyway, imagine the story surrounding neighborhood nips losing his life, right? So what that conversation had anything to do with what we told it had something to do with. Look how we go from that to this. That is a complete about face 180 on my mama. 6 times 3 is 18. 60 times 3 is 180. They did a 180.
It just looked kind of strange to people. I got to keep it real with you. I agree with Jake there. It looks strange. But that doesn't change the fact that your homie, who you refuse to speak on, is speaking on you. Now that we have established that point, let me get to the centerpiece of this video, which is we see that Ceddy is the type to cooperate with law enforcement. We see that Jake is the type to cooperate with law enforcement. Yet Jake has no problem going on Vlad TV and basically saying Ceddy Nash is a rat for hanging with a rat. He didn't say his name, but everybody knows who has been hanging with Woody and who been taking pictures with him and the Crips and No Jumper. It was obvious. But now we have this issue where I point out that Ceddy has this paperwork, and maybe it's just the heat of the moment that got him acting like this, but now all of a sudden it's up. And, you know, when we see each other, we won't be able to cross paths without it going up. And I just find it funny that he has that energy for me, considering that I'm, you know, across the country and I don't really deal with No Jumper, and not for Jake, who has a relationship with Adam and could easily be called in to No Jumper.
I could have swore they invited you up there, Byron. On my trip, and didn't he get an invite, y'all? Let me know if I'm in the comments that you said something about going up there recently.
And another thing that I want to point out is that Adam did not attempt to have Jake and Ceddy Nash sit down and debate this issue on No Jumper. And I'm pretty sure that that combination of things and names, 1090 Jake, Ceddy Nash, YSL, Woody, Young Thug trial, I'm pretty sure that that algorithm would have been a lot bigger than the Ceddy Nash paperwork algorithm. Yet Adam never attempted to have them sit down and debate this topic on his platform. It's just like, okay, Woody is a snitch. And then Ceddy popped up one day saying Woody ain't a snitch. And they still rocking with Ceddy, and it's not even coming up no more. And I believe it's because he knows that one of them walks away from that conversation looking like a fool. Either Jake walks away looking like a fool because he insists that Woody is a rat and Ceddy will somehow debunk him, or Ceddy walks away looking like a fool because Jake will somehow prove that Woody is a rat and Ceddy will look crazy for trying to vouch for him. Adam is strategically keeping those two away from each other when it comes to that topic, yet he is playing the role like everything is content and all about content. If you notice, he covered the fact that Woody was riding around with Ceddy the other day, but he hasn't covered that these two disagree about what actually went down in this whole YSL case and this Woody cooperation video. So yeah, it looked like Ceddy is being a good little boy and keeping his mouth shut when it comes to 1090 Jake, just like I said he was. And he's refusing to not only speak on Jake, but now he's just refusing to even speak up for himself, after Jake is pretty much saying, you know, if you carry a rat around, then you a rat too. It don't make sense to call them out. No reason to call out rats when everybody just gonna keep on carrying them around. And
Yeah, City Seller, he sold himself show it's over. Why'd he even have this conversation ever again with him? Plus, bro, I just seen a video with him where he said he got in a car with the police after a shooting allowed the police to drive him around till he located the location where the alleged felony took place. He identified the location, and not only did he identify the location, he also identified a vehicle that was allegedly involved, bro. What are we talking about?
Ceddy ain't mumbled a word. We haven't seen a video addressing it. We haven't heard any sneak disses. As far as I know, he still says, hey, that's my brother every time dude's name comes up. And remember, y'all, this same Ceddy Nash refusing to speak up on 1090 Jake is the same Ceddy Nash that was speaking on Big U and Gunna when Big U had Gunna out there doing the charity event for the kids.
Gunna did snitch because Big U said, that ain't enough, bruh. With no disrespect to the big homie, that ain't enough.
Please tell me, Ceddy Nash been to the 60s since he said this before Big U went to jail. Like, after he said this, please tell me he went to the 60s just to kick it and hang out before Big U went to the feds. Don't tell me him and Woody coming there is his first time being there since he said this. Please don't tell me that's the case.
Big U is going off of what the lawyer said. Understand that.
Now, I get that he said with all due respect or however he worded it, but that was really a cover-up. To be willing to even address that topic openly on the internet like that, knowing that Big U is who he is and that you are who you are. But that's what I'm saying. To be willing to do that and then be unwilling to address 1090 Jake, it lets me know that you are hiding something that you believe that Jake may be able to uncover. And the only thing Jake is good at is this paperwork thing. But all right, I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. I don't want to sound repetitive. I just wanted to highlight, hey, look, Ceddy, Jake called you out. It wasn't just Byron Blake or whoever else you want to acknowledge here recently, but Jake went on Vlad TV and called you out. And you ain't say a word. We haven't heard anything. So, once again, I see what you're trying to do. And I see that this is all just for content. This is just some way you trying to redeem yourself through this internet with these people. But it's
a whole approach has always been content driven.
not going to work like that, Ceddy. In fact, you just making it worse. You might want to respond to Jake. You probably should respond to Jake. I ain't gonna even lie. Now that this is surfacing and, attention is being brought to it, you probably should respond to Jake. You also should go get that paperwork. You should do that ASAP, but you definitely should respond to Jake. I would like to see that. I'm pretty sure the people would like to see that. That would make for some great content for you, since you are actively seeking to have encounters and film them, i.e. create content. With that said, I'm going to wrap this up, man. This your boy Byron Blake. I'm out.
Hey, Canada Runs, you hear my homie?
It's that big ol' YSL. Big grimy ass nigga, and you know that. Gold teeth in my mouth, guess this bitch think I'm Kodak. Dread slanging, got me feeling like the top shotters. Yeah, we from the same hood, but we are not partners. Not me, I ain't going for it. I'm finna perpetrate with ops, so I keep a blower popping at the hoochie like what you wanna know before. This pretty tease rolling my weed here finna pay me for it. Jump out like my motherfucking shooters did, huh? Who? yeah, we sure did. Twice you be talking to yourself like twice you the shit. Put me in your mix, but don't you never get it twisted. I'm a robber hoe before I ever try to kiss her. Supersized big chip on my shoulder, yes I am the shit. Gun on my hip, make the bitch and you flip over, nigga. Who? Yeah, we sure did. Or jump out like my motherfucking shooters did, huh? Who? Yeah, we sure did. Twice you be talking to yourself like twice you the shit. Put me in your mix, but don't you never get it twisted. I'm a robber hoe before I ever try to kiss her. Supersized big chip on my shoulder, yes I am the shit. Gun on my hip, make the bitch and you flip over, nigga. Huh? Who? Yeah, we sure did. I'm a robber hoe before I ever try to kiss her. Huh? Who? Yeah, we sure did. Twice you be talking to yourself like twice you the shit. Huh? Who? Yeah, we sure did. Grimy ass nigga and you know that. Gold teeth in my mouth, guess this bitch think I'm Kodak. Dress swanking, got me feeling like the top shotters. Yeah, we from the same hood, but we are not partners. Not me, I ain't going for it. I'm finna perpetrate with ops, so I keep a blower. Popping at the hoochie like what you wanna know me for. This pretty tease rolling my weed here, finna pay me for it. Jump out like my motherfucking shooters did, huh? Who? Yeah, we sure did. Huh? Who? Yeah, we sure did.
Nigga Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county. What the fuck? My nigga.
Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud on Hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight it? Fight, cred.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!